G'day all, welcome back again to Dad versus Son, and we're about to eat a bit of humble pie. Okay, I'd like to say thank you to Peter Oakley, who's pointed me in the right direction with quite a few things with my playthrough for the training campaign. And the biggest thing that he pointed out to me is when I did the last one, which was the scramble. I put home airfield over on the initiative track over here because I'm a twit. What I was supposed to put was airfield over there. Initiative 2, but 5 anti-air and all the rest of it. So that really screwed me, and I thought about going back and as he suggested, doing a mulligan. But I thought it's a bit too hard to go back and do that because I'd actually played another couple of missions and it just would have been a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it quits on the training, and what I'm going to do is start a full campaign, a long campaign, again using the Germans. We're going to call it 1915 anyway, and we're going to start with Tier 1 aircraft. And what I want to try and do is sort of link them all together. So I do a 1915, a 1916, a 1917, a 1918 sort of thing all together, in which case 1915 I'm going to use Tier 1. 1916 I will go to a dice roll to see whether I get Tier 1 or Tier 2, and that will affect what we get against us and all that sort of thing. So that's the plan. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Optional rules, I've cut them down a little bit. I'm still going to use opposing doctrines for British and Germans, so I don't have offensive patrols for the Germans. Breaking off not automatic stays in, and inferior Entente guns will stay in until we get to 1916, and then I'm going to remove that. So just for 1915, I'm going to leave that in. So I've reset everything. I'm not sure if we're going to go up against the French, the British at the start. We'll just have to play that by ear and see what happens. So straight up, let's get started with the campaign setup. And we have the campaign length, which is long. So we've got 24 missions. Campaign mission length is 16 missions, dickhead. Place game markers on tracks, we've done that. Pick nationality, we've done that. We're not rolling for aircraft type, we're just going with what we have. So we roll for home airfield. So let's come on over. Roll for home airfield. We get a 4, which I think is going to be B again. It is. So there we go. So current flight, home airfield, back over in B. So no surprises there. Shuffle mission cards, blah, blah, blah. Draw 8 fighters. Okay, here are our Tier 1 fighters. So we're just going to draw 8 of them. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Put those back up there, and we have Rudolph, who's a 0, 0. We have Werner, who's a 1, 0. We have Eric back, who's a 1, 2. Carl is back with us as a 0, 0. Otto, 0, 0. Franz, a 0, 0. Joseph, a 1, 1. And Heinrich, a 0, 0. So we got 5 0, 0s, a 1, 1, a 1, 2, a 1, 1, and a 1, 0. So that is all done. So for a long mission, we need a minimum of 25 victory points for a minor victory. So, begin first mission. Dun, dun, dun. Put those up out of the way. Drop everything on the floor, because I'm just that kind of guy. I got too much shit sitting up here. Okay, what are we doing? Update current mission. Draw mission card. Okay, and we've shuffled them up, and we have bomber escort. 4 fighters, 2 bombers. Escort bombers to a random enemy airfield. Okay, and we have number 1, so it's going to be airfield A for them. So we have Airfield A, all the way over there. So we're going to come in like that. We have 4 fighters and 2 bombers. So let's grab 2 bombers. We have 1 and we have 2. So we have a 0, 0 bomber and we have a 0, 1 bomber. Okay, so we'll put those over in our current flight, like that, and 4 fighters. Right, we're escorting. I'm going to take Joseph and Werner, they're 1, 1s, 1s for air combat. I want to save Ernst at the moment, and we'll take Carl and Rudolph. So they're both 0, 0s. I want to try and do what I can and save what I can. So that is that. Weather now. We have a 2, so it's clear weather, no effect. So that's going to help us with bombing, but it's going to make it a lot worse for anti-aircraft artillery. Right. Done that. Aircraft ordnance, so we've got 6 bombs on each aircraft to start with. I'm just going to put them over to the side over here, so they're ready to go. If the aircraft get damaged, then they go down to 3 and so forth. Okay, and I'm just going to grab the airfield marker so I don't forget, and I'm going to put it under there to start with. So, distance-wise, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is 20 straight up to get there and back, which only allows us 4 extra turns on the mission track. So we'll see what happens there. Okay. I can get rid of that card now. I don't need that. And we go into the flight phase. So, Damaged aircraft first. We have nothing. Let's get these bombs up here out of the way so I can bring this over for you so you can at least see what I'm rolling. Move flight, and we go up to the German HQ and we roll for a flight event, and this will be 1 to 10, no event. We get a 4, nothing's happening. Move the track, move over to the woods, roll for an event, a 6, nothing happening. We move over to rail yard A, move the track, roll for an event, a 9, nothing happening. Move to depot A, move the track. We have a 9, again, nothing happening. We go to balloon B and move the track. Still nothing happening. We go to sector B in our trenches, so now it's a 9 to 12, and we get a 5, nothing happening. We go to their sector B, make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. Okay, so first thing is an event, again 9 through 12. We get a 5, nothing happens, so now it's anti-aircraft artillery. Okay, so we roll a D, see what we've got. We get a 3, which is none. So we've snuck through there. We move to the next. Move, roll. We're in the rear, enemy rear now, so 10 to 12. Nothing happens. Again, we have anti-aircraft artillery. A 3 again, nothing happens. We get to Bethune and roll. An 8, nothing happens. So let's bring this around this way. And we come in to our mission objective. And move the airfield over to initiative 2. We've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 14 turns left. So we can come over here now. Okay. So first thing that happens again is we roll for an event. We get an 8, nothing happens. So that is good. We have now arrived. Righto, so what we want to do, determine bombing rounds for each bomber. Righto, so first bomber, bombing round will be round 1, and second bomber will be round 1. So they're both bombing in round 1. Okay, so let's put them out. So Joseph is a 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 5 is 12. There we go. Werner, 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Carl, 6 straight, plus 1 is 7. Not real flash. Rudolph, 6, plus 2 is 8. The first bomber is a 3, plus 2 is 5. And the second bomber is a 3, plus 4 is 7. Okay. So we are escort bombers to a random enemy airfield. So I reckon, I do, Do I want the fighters to do anything? Now, they could strafe, which is really what they try and do and cut down on the anti-aircraft fire. So we are going to do that first. So the first thing is we have 5 dice against Yosef for anti-aircraft fire. And we have, let's bring that up a bit so you can see it. We have 1 6. And we get a 5, so nothing happens. So he is going to strafe. Okay, strafing attack. Difference is 10. So he's going to get 2 die. And he's a +1 to his rolls. He gets 2 hits. And he gets 1 actual hit on target. And he flies away. Next up, we have Rudolph taking his anti-aircraft fire. Oops, missed one, sorry. Nothing happens. He is an 8 to 2 is 6, which is 2 die. And he's a straight up 0. He gets 2 hits, so here we go. A 3 and a 4 is 2 actual hits, so we're up to 3 hits. Starting to wear him down. Next is Werner. Anti-aircraft fire has a go at him. And we have 1 hit, or 1 potential hit. Nothing happens. Werner is, again, an 8 to 2 is a 6, is 2 die, and straight up. He gets 2 hits. And he gets 1 actual hit, taking it up to 4. Next one is Carl. Again, anti-aircraft fire, 5 die. We have 1 potential hit again. And it's a miss. He's down to 5, so he gets 1 die straight up. Gets a hit. A 3. Makes it 5. And we turn this over. Okay. And Carl flies away. Righto. So next up is the bomber. Airfield gets 3 die against him. Nothing happens. And now he has 6 bombs. Okay. So a bombing attack. 1 die 6 for each weapon point expended. Difference is 7 to 2 is 5. So he needs 5s to hit. First 3 bombs. Gets 1 hit. Next 3 bombs. Gets 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, so that's 4 hits all told. His bombs go away. Righto. Bomb damage. 1 die 6 for each. For a bombing attack, here we go. And we get a 3, a 3, a 3, and a 6. A 3 is 3 hits, taking it to 8. Another 3 is 3 hits, and it is destroyed. And then we got lots of more hits and everything else, but it's not going to make any difference. We can get rid of those bombs. We'll just drop them and forget about it. This is all over and done with. I can put these aircraft back up here. And we can come back over here like this and start to head home. So we have no damaged aircraft. We move the flight. We'll come back the same way. Move the marker. And we roll for a flight event, and we are at a 10 to 12. Nothing happens. We get to balloon B. We roll for an event. Nothing happens, and we roll for anti-aircraft fire, and we get a 2, which is none. We go to there. We roll for an event, and this will be a 9 to 12. Nothing happens. We roll for anti-aircraft fire, and we get a 2, which is none again. We move to sector B and roll for an event, 9 to 12. Nothing happening. We go to balloon B. We roll for an event. 6, nothing happening. Back to depot A. Roll for an event. A 7, nothing happening. Back to rail yard A. Event, nothing happening. Into the woods. Move the marker, roll for an event, nothing. Fly over the headquarters, dipping our wings, having a bit of a waggle. Nothing happens, and back to our home airfield. And a 9, nothing happens there, and we do our post-mission event. Squadron leader has influence at HQ. Your squadron commander is able to influence the squadron's upcoming assignments. For the next mission, you may draw 2 mission cards and choose the one you prefer. Place the non-selected mission card back in the deck and reshuffle. Okay, that's pretty damn fine. Okay, so we did that. Mission objective is done. Let's come over, put our planes back. Put the bombers back and go through the post-mission phase. So this can come back up here like that. We've done mission 1. Okay. Determine MPs gained or lost. And what we had was 10 mission points, which is pretty damn fine, isn't it? Okay, so 10 mission points. So we could spend 9 of them to get 3 VPs. We don't have any aircraft to repair, replace. I'm not doing any upgrades for 1915 that we're in. So it's all going to be about VPs. So we're going to go for 9 mission points to give us 3 VPs. So we now have 3 victory points, which leaves 1 mission point, which we can't actually use. And we're ready to go on to mission 2. So let's just have a look here. We'll draw 2 mission cards, and we have Bomber Escort, and we have a Scramble. Okay. So let's do the Scramble, and the reason for that is story-wise, it's payback time. Okay? And we can do it properly this time, eh? Maybe. Righto. So I've reshuffled the mission cards. We've got our airfield, which we'll put down in 2 using the right bit. Righto. So that's all done. We don't need that. They are going to have D3 plus 1 enemy fighters and 2 bombers. Righto. So let's grab 2 of their bombers. And we have a 0-0 and a 0-1. And D3 plus 1 fighters. 1 plus 1 is 2 fighters. Okay, here are their fighters. 1, 2. So they've got Frank, who's a 0-0, and they've got John, who's a 0-0. So we get 2 pups and 2 DH4s coming in onto our airfield, and we get D3 plus 2 fighters per round. So here's for the first round. D3 is 3, plus 2 is 5 fighters. So let's come on over, pick our fighters. I'll put that up there. So this time we want our air-to-airs, that's for sure. And we'll take Heinrich and Franz this time. This is for our first round. So there we go. We'll call it quits there. That's mission 1 over. Mission 2 is set except for weather, which will be 6 heavy clouds. -2 to artillery and photo recon. And I think that might affect bombing as well. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't seem it does. How about that? Righto. So, we are good to go. Thanks very much. I hope I haven't screwed up the first mission, because then I'd be really peeved. So, we're 1 mission down, 3 victory points up, and they're coming back to repay us with a visit to our airfield. Take care, be good, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.